You are looking live at John M. Cleveland Ice Rink, the Chester County Skating Club in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, where the New Jersey Bandits U19 AA girls are getting set to take on Montgomery Youth Hockey Association, the 16 AAs. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here, bringing you the action on Rizzo Vision. And the Bandits will close out their 3 games in about 24 hours with Breakfast with the Bandits. So fire up the coffee pot, make another kettle of tea, maybe some more crimpets, and enjoy Breakfast with the Bandits. Bandits on Saturday played 2 versions of the Junior Flyers in the game against the U19 AAs. They fell 3-1, and then later they battled the 16 AAs, and that one ended in a 2-2 tie after a 5-minute overtime. No shootout. Bandits in the dark pink jerseys, black pants. They have silver integrated throughout their kit, and of course the signature gold helmets as they circle around the net to the right. And with the stick tap, they will front Lexi Riley, who is in goal today, number 32. And you see Lexi. MYHA, Montgomery Youth Hockey Association, MYHA. They have the Navy color scheme. I mean, like the U.S. Navy, the Naval Academy colors. Midnight blue, or I guess navy blue probably is a better way to put it, and yellow, or a golden type of yellow. And they gather around their bench over here. Give you a look over at the Bandits gathering around. A little bit of a shorter bench for this one, so we'll see how the Bandits come out. Chloe Hansen will guard the goal to your YouTube left. The Devils. We can call them the Devils. That way might make it easier. And there's Lexi Riley heading in. Folia up front with McNulty on her left, Camerata on her right. Redmond on defense with Venuto. Off the faceoff, Folia wins it to herself, marches right down Broadway, and gets it taken away as she gets close. Centering feed for McNulty, chipped forward, and the Bandits with a quick early blitz here. McNulty gets it in the bottom of the slot, tees it up, kicked away by Hansen. Comes now behind the net. Camerata's open in front, so is Folia. Folia got it, but shot it wide, just at the bottom of the crease. They try to clear it out, but Kira Redmond's there to intercept it and send it right back down from where it came from. Ayla Wendt had it for a moment, regained it, now looking for some open space. A sharp pass to get it into neutral ice for Summerfield, but Camerata picked her pocket. Bandits changing behind the play. Camerata with a pair in the late game yesterday and had a breakaway in overtime that nearly made me jump out of my perch up here. I mean, I didn't really jump out of the perch, but it was quite exciting. Didn't convert, but had it converted, it would have been one of the moments of the season for sure. Venuto now back on D. Otterbein up front with Sperling and McSherry. Kepler and Scott change, and they are the defense pair. Otterbein looks to get it to the middle, got it to Sperling for a moment, but didn't complete the pass. Scott sends it down low, and Sperling sends it in front. McSherry there gets decked from behind, separated from the puck. Trying to bank it off the boards was Goose, and gets it back, chips it past Scott. This is going to be an icing on this perfect ice. And producer Matt Claus and I were remarking about the exceptional ice surface here. This is the first game of the day in this rink at Upland Country Day School in the middle of a horse farm. You couldn't find a more beautiful setting. Picked off in the middle. Rizzo now up front with Bellin and Claus. So we saw this alignment in the game last weekend. Rizzo moves over to center with Bella Bellin and Annalise Claus on the wings. Bellin tried to move it up for Claus, but found a little traffic over there. Now Scott retreats behind the end line, fires it off the boards, but not at quite a good enough angle to complete the pass. Claus now picks it off, tries to chip it up the boards, but Farmer's there to keep it in and send it back down low. They play ping pong along the boards. Now a shot comes in. It was redirected. Rizzo got a piece of it, didn't redirect it quite at the net. Fortunately for her. Kepler trying to get there. Bellin trying to get there. Kepler will recover it. The two Bandits sort of canceled one another out. Rizzo now below the end line, defending Cox. Cox spins, sends it in front. Claus picked it off, swatted away by Riley. Scott's going to pick it up. They say ice it, and Scott does. Bandits will change for a face-off in their own end. 14:07 left, period number 1, no score. Bandits in the dark pink with the gold helmets. Breakfast with the Bandits. And MYHA, Montgomery Youth Hockey Association Devils in the dark jerseys. Off the draw, Venuto picks it up, sends it up the middle for Folia. Now up to Camarada, picked off by Summerfield and neutral ice, but the Bandits regain it. This ice is so fast. It was dry cut early and then the typical wet cut later, and it's a cold day outside. It's really, really cold in here, and that ice surface is just crystal right now. So any of these pucks that are passed are going to move a lot. No icing on that one, even though it was, I guess they said it was maybe off of a Bandit stick blade there. Comes to the point and ping ponged right back down. 2 of the first 3 shots of the game belong to MYHA. Camarada moves it up toward neutral ice, tries to get moving there, tees it up, and shoots it into Daisy Chen. Camarada presses Chen against the boards over there, and they're going to call a penalty on it. Camarada can't believe it, and she comes over toward the bench here. Didn't touch her, she says. They call in her a body check, but coach assistant Tim Kepler not pleased with that call. It's hard to see from here all the way on the opposite side. There might be a Debbie Rizzo angle that could reveal it better. Off the penalty kill, McSherry up front with Folia. Scott and Kepler on the back line. Comes toward the point. Healy is able to send it back in, but Scott grabs it before it gets to the end line, sends it around for Kepler, who fires it off the boards. Awkwardly against the boards there was Kendall Hansen, 66, and the puck does get out of neutral ice. Puck tipped, referee says. We could hear there. Kepler gets run into, puts the hands up, and the Bandits are going to get another penalty here as the MYHA player is still down. Kepler not happy with that call at all. The player gets up on her own. They call a body check on that one. Kepler just looked like incidental contact and just the stronger player shoving the other player down, but the Bandits will be 3-on-5 for 1:26 with Camarada and Kepler in the box. 12:27 left. We're early on in period 1, and it's been an eventful one so far. Folia, Redmond, and Venuto. So they'll play 1 forward and 2 defensemen, as you'd expect in the 3-on-5. MYHA spreading it out. Went, looks to shoot it. It was redirected by Redmond or maybe Folia on the way. Pressed now are MYHA. The Devils will work it around the end line. Venuto will pursue that one all the way. Somebody lost the stick, and the Bandits are going to put one of the Devils in the penalty box now based on the work of Venuto. So the trip of Venuto on Riley Randall, who heads to the box. So it's a 4-on-3. I'm not even going to try to do the math, but there's 58 seconds left in the penalty to Camerata, 132 in the penalty to Kepler. So it's 4-on-3 for 58 seconds. Then it'll be 4-on-4 for 34 seconds. And then the Bandits will have 28 seconds of power play time. So I said that I was not going to do the math, and literally I just did the math. McSherry up front with Venuto and Scott once again. McSherry the one in pursuit. Here comes Hansen storming up the left wing, one-on-one, gets through one, shot it over the net. She got by Mandy Scott, but when she got close to Lexi Riley, she fired it over the net after a nifty move. McSherry trying to pick that one off, but Went holds her ground, comes through the middle, shot, shoots and scores. Ayla Went, and there's a lot of pushing and shoving there after the play by the MYHA players. And I think they say no goal. The MYHA players all celebrated, and apparently it didn't go in. It hit the right post, went along the end line, and never went in. Refs say no goal, so it's no goal. I definitely saw it hit the right post and go behind Riley, but my next indication is Riley makes the save. My next indication, when I lose sight of the puck, I'm looking at player reactions. And the Devils players were starting to celebrate, and the Bandits players were pushing them away from their goalie. So no goal. Went, they tell her to walk it in, but she takes a shot, knocked in with the hand, and that's the easiest call in the history of hockey right there, as that one was punched in. They will bring that face off. It should go outside of the zone, and yes, that's where it will go. Off the draw, still 4-on-4 now, or just 4-on-4 now as the penalty to Camerata expires. It comes to the point. Camerata is out there with Folia up front. Scott and Redmond on the back line. Shot comes through to Riley, gets it in the breadbasket and holds on. 6-1 the shots for Montgomery. Scott off the draw, just had a lot of room. Didn't realize that she had maybe as much room as she did. Camerata fired that down. Chloe Hansen looked like she might have gotten handcuffed by it or confused by it for a moment and made the save. Dumped in right through Chen's wickets there and moved around the end line. Up through the middle, tips off of Lambopoulos' stick there, headed out to neutralize. Bandits are changing on defense, so a big play there by Folia, whether she realized it or not. Lambopoulos gets it taken away by Kepler, who just jumped on the bench. Kepler sends it in, but it goes right there to Healy. Bandits and MYHA now at full and even strength. All of the penalties are over. It's still 0-0 somehow. Comes through neutral ice. McNulty shovels it forward. Kepler picks it up, has a little room, gains the line of center, and flicks it into the Montgomery end. McSherry's going to jump on a loose puck, fired the shot, kicked away by Hansen and sent the rebound forward. They can't clear it out, although they do move it away. Brought below the end line and now looking for some room. And Sperling might have gotten away with a slash right there on Eva Healy. Sperling picks this one up, looking to get moving up the right side. Got this time and space taken away by Randall and dumps it in. Comes to the near side wall. Sent up the middle, a little too strong for Farmer. Kepler retreats, sends it to Venuto. Venuto sends it cross ice. It hits Otterbein's skate, and they call the icing. It was right off of Otterbein's skate, right at the center line, and easy for me to see and hear up here. Refs didn't catch that one. 8:49 left, first period, no score. 6-3 the shots in favor of Montgomery. Sent at the net and wide, now picked up by Scott, sends it for McSherry. She missed it. She got the head of the stick on it, but didn't get possession. Getting through the middle is Cox. Gets a shot off, but sends it wide. It comes to the near side wall. Shoveled along the end line by Broked. Went, picks off that clearing attempt by McSherry and sends it right back down low. Redmond trying to work through some traffic down there. Hyatt sends it wide. They reverse it below the end line. Otterbein battles there, 1-on-2. Ava wins that one. Now Sperling's going to hustle it up the right wing. Chips it past Pyatt, trying to recover it. She's got McSherry in the middle, but Pyatt recovers. Shot came in, and the goalie sent it forward. Hansen. Sperling looking to set up. Otterbein went to the middle, and there's a goal! Jesse Sperling lights the lamp from a sharp angle in the near side corner, and the Bandits jump out to a 1-0 lead with 7:39 left in the first period. Hey, Jesse! Sperling just threw it on net. Otterbein was in front, but looked like it took a funny bounce off of Chloe Hansen. Rizzo now out with Bellin on her right, Claus on her left. Kepler and Scott on defense. Dumped in off the near side wall, centering feed. Riley saw that one coming and covered it up. Defensive zone draw. Rizzo and Scott discuss the plan. Shulman against Rizzo. That one will go to Rizzo. Scott sent it off the boards to herself. Was trying to fire it out, maybe for Bellin, but it went to the point and sent right back down low. Scott looking for Claus. Claus sends it up to the point, and Farmer sends it right back down. Kepler has it now. Sends it off the boards for Bellin. Bellin, sharp angle for Rizzo in traffic, almost got it there. Reversed now and brought in. Sticks and hands and all kinds of things flying there. Healy retreats, pressured by Claus and Bellin. Comes up the middle. Rizzo just takes it right away, sends it for Bellin. Rizzo's going to jump on this one, enter into the zone, surrounded by an armada of Devils. She makes a nifty pass to McNulty, just jumping on. And the wings, one of the wings changed. McNulty on for Claus. Bellin still out there. Bellin now at the point. Rizzo turns and peels off. Folia jumps on, and Folia fields that puck in neutral ice. Bellin turns and sprints over to the bench. Camarada jumps on. Camarada's back at safety if that puck comes in. Folia chipped it forward. Randall will pick it up. Oh, that's not Randall, that's 19. That's Farmer. Redmond has a lane to shoot at. It was going wide, but it's gloved down by Chloe Hansen. Whistle stops play with 5:55 left, period number 1. Breakfast with the Bandits, tasting pretty good so far. They have a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Jesse Sperling. This Montgomery Youth Hockey Association team is at the 16U AA level, but they're a very competitive team. Folia with the sharp angle shot. Kicked away by Hansen. Comes up the middle, trying to get through traffic. This is Goose. Goose hits the brakes. Lost the legs there. Chen shoots it off the mask. Daisy Chen fires it off of Lexi Riley's mask. That one comes all the way down. First they said no icing, and then he put the icing hand back up because the goalie did not play that puck. With Sherry now with Sperling and Otterbein. Sperling just steals the face-off, but Chen keeps it in. Randall has it down low. Otterbein battles away to get it. Sperling, quick pass from McSherry, who breaks right down the middle. And she made a wrong turn and puts Sperling offside. McSherry won the draw, but sent it forward. Kendall Hansen got a piece of it. Sticks get high into the Devils bench there. Sperling picks it up, tries to get through the middle, bulls in, takes a shot, and they blow the whistle as Sperling was directed into the net by the MYHA player. They take this faceoff outside of the zone. Sperling was going toward the net, but she was pushed in by one of the Montgomery players, so sort of dubious about that call, but my opinion matters none. Sperling will smack that one back in down low. Hyatt will pick it up, look to move it up. Gets it toward the point. Here's a possible break by Cox. She doesn't have an angle because Scott's in the middle. Takes a shot. Riley saves, shrugs it off, and throws the left pad down and keeps it out. One of the MYHA players looked like she ran into the right post there. And the MYHA players, hopefully that's for their own pride, not picked up on Mike, because their choice words are not very sporting coming from their bench, as Kendall Hansen gets up and gets to the bench. If the Mikes did pick up those comments from their bench, there's really nothing I could do about it. Not the kind of thing that you like to hear coming out of their mouths, but it's a heated game. At the point, it comes out. McSherry puts the pressure on. McSherry, Otterbein, and Sperling still out there. That one's iced. 4:03 left, first period. 1-0 Bandits. Off the draw, comes to the point. Venuto sends it in. Bellin lost an edge, lost the stick. We'll have to pick it up and hustle back into the play. Dumped in by Healy. Battled for along the boards on the far side. Claus and Bellin both kind of in the same spot over there. Venuto picks it up, got hung up along the boards, chips it forward, doesn't get it all the way through. Taken down low, centering feed. Claus gets it and just ices it. Whistle stops play with 3:18 left in period number 1. 1-0 Bandits. 8-5 the shots for Montgomery. Foldia is going to try to out-hustle along with McNulty for the icing. Nearly made it, but the laws of physics remain undefeated. And we do it all again. Off the draw, they send it to the point. Couldn't quite knock it away. Folia kicked it into the 2015 championship banner. For the Girls Hockey Tournament Invitational. I'm trying to read it backwards. 3 minutes even on the clock remaining in the first period. Breakfast with the Bandits. It's been a strange one so far. It's like the coffee is sort of doing its job, but it like doesn't taste as good as it should. Or, you know, you spend some time making the breakfast and you're like, okay, I'm getting my protein, but it's like I need a little hot sauce or something. So that's sort of the tale of two games here. The Bandits lead it, but it just hasn't really been pretty. The games on Saturday were a little more enjoyable so far. Camarada and Folia ping-pong it back and forth neatly, I might add. Comes up toward the middle. Cox picks it up, tries to chip it by Scott. Redmond's back at safety and takes it right away. Cox jumped into her. Maybe looking for a call. Folia pushes Wendt out of the way, but they pick up the puck and they shoot and score. Chloe broke. Took it off the boards, came up the middle, and put a nifty wrist shot inside the left post to tie it at 1-1. And for the third straight game here this weekend, the Bandits have allowed a goal in the final 2 minutes of the first period. 9 from 19 is the referee's call, so Farmer with the assist. Off the draw. I'll play with it in neutral ice. Benito was trying to bunt it toward Otterbein. Redmond picks it up, sends it toward the middle. Sperling knocks it out of the zone. Cox sent it back saying, Wendt, yours, yours. Sperling is going to just take advantage. Barrel toward the net, almost got all the way through. This time she didn't get taken down. McSherry has it, gets through one, kind of gets it to Sperling. Fanned on it, but Otterbein picks up the slack. Comes toward the point. Brokt is going to chip it out of the zone. Bandits now with 1:11 to operate. It's a 1-1 game. They've had a lead in all 3 games. They haven't had a win yet this weekend. A loss and a tie. Otterbein with it below the end line there. Reversed. Comes up the middle. Cox looking for room with 48 seconds. Sends it to Hansen on the right side. Hansen trying to turn the corner. Will take it behind the net. All change happening behind her. They're going to call a penalty here, and they're going to call a body check. So with 37.6 seconds left in period number 1 of a 1-1 game, the Bandits are going to be shorthanded again. Redmond off for the body check, defensive zone draw. Battle on the far side, picked up by Wendt, takes a shot off of Kepler's, maybe the mask, centering feed into traffic. Kepler smacks it away with the back of the stick. Sent down, no icing. Referee says it immediately. It must have tipped off of Wendt's stick. And Ayla Wendt will go down and get it. Last name spelled just like George Wendt, Norm from Cheers. If you're looking for an old-time reference. Final moments of the period as the Montgomery coaches were counting it down. It ends 1-1. 83 seconds of power play time for Montgomery when we commence period number 2. We'll give you a look at the banners there. That's where Folia kicked it. Went up there. There's the Bandit bench. Coach Grace Potash. And there's Montgomery.
Smart water, please? Yeah, and so you can't do that. That's the problem. Thank you.
And it's get set to start period number 2. Lexi Riley will now guard the cage to your YouTube left. And when Chloe Hansen heads away from her teammates, she will guard the goal to your YouTube right. Peter Otterbein checks in the comments, mentioning that today is the day the Penguins are going to retire Jaromir Jagr's number 68 jersey, second leading scorer in NHL history. So we're in Pennsylvania. We're nowhere near Pittsburgh, but we're kind of in the same state of hockey awesomeness. Jagr played for many teams after the Penguins, including my New Jersey Devils, and was extremely effective as an older player. Sent through a lot of traffic there, and Riley saw it at the last moment and got the skate on it. Power play has 1:03 left. Trying to tee it up. Shot blocked by Kepler. McNulty tries to pick it up. She's up front with McSherry. They play with it, send it toward the goal. Riley was trying to gather it with the stick. McNulty just redirects that one out of the zone. Healy will pick it up. McNulty will pursue. Healy sends it in right to Scott, who just bangs it right back out, but it's going to be an icing unless that puck dies. It's wiggling, but it won't die. 33 seconds left on the penalty kill, at which time Kira Redmond will exit the penalty box just below us and to the right. 16:10 left, period number 2 of a 1-1 hockey game. Breakfast with the Bandits. Off the draw, Venuto picks it off the boards. Had a little room, now is going to look for a path to get it out. Sends it to Camarada. Camarada is trying to chip it out, waiting for Folia to kind of maybe get going out of the zone. Folia is going to smack this one out. Camarada's got a chance. She's going to pick it up. She'll bear down on Pyatt. Come to the middle, tee it up, and a blocker save by Chloe Hansen. Camarada had that one picked out. She had a shorthanded goal on Saturday. Went, brings it below the end line. Penalty is now over. Sperling jumps out, got a piece of it. Was before the center line there when she touched it. Unless maybe it was the Montgomery player that actually got a piece of it. Redmond comes in, walks it down, shoots it just a little bit wide. Had a little traffic there in front. Comes to the point, kept in by Venuto. It's in the skates there, moved by Folia, and smacked out across ice for Redmond to retreat into her own zone. 71 sends it to 15. Venuto now for Camarada, tees it up. It's deflected off of Pyatt, I think, and comes to the near side corner. Redmond was trying to send it for either Otterbein or Venuto, but they kind of both were in the same spot. And Cox will eventually be the one to pick it in. Tried to nutmeg Redmond, but the lacrosse goalie said no way and just put the skate right where she wanted to put the puck and took it away from her. Cox will try to shield in, pushes down Venuto. Otterbein trying to dance it out of there. Venuto powers it forward but can't quite get it out. And Sperling's the one with the winning ticket to move it out of the zone. Healy at center ice dumps it off the wall on the far side. Venuto retreats to pick it up. hits the brakes, does a difficult reverse move, sends it for Sperling. It hit Jesse's skate. Healy is going to retreat to get it. There's 2 Bandits down there. Hoping to force a turnover if possible. McSherry eventually gets a piece of it, but Scott's going to be the one to step in traffic and fire one at the net, but it didn't get all the way through the traffic headed between she and the goal. Kepler, cross ice for Sperling. Crisscrosses with Otterbein. Almost got a skate taken out there. Sperling brings it down below the unline. Looking still with it. Leaves it for Scott. Scott's got to get on her horse. Gets a piece of it. Otterbein below the unline as well. It's loose. It hit off of Sperling unwittingly and stays below the unline. This line's been out there for a while, but Otterbein's still showing energy. Kepler, as it goes out of the zone, sends it in blindly off the boards, and it's offside. Both teams needing a change. Will exchange all 10 skaters, perhaps, maybe? No? Scott and Kepler stay on. Rizzo jumps onto the face-off dot with Bellin and Claus. Off the draw, Rizzo wins it to Claus. It got caught up in the referee's skates. Summerfield's pass did not get complete. Bellin tips that forward, gets it into the zone. Bellin knocks it down, needed a little puck luck there. If that had bounced forward, Bellin and Rizzo would have been in. Bellin leaves that one for Rizzo. Rizzo has Claus. Oh, big play there to take it away by Callie Gutman. Otherwise, Rizzo was looking to spring Claus, would have been all alone. Bellin brings it in. Claus gets offside. Bellin tries to battle through Chen. Chen spins and turns it away. Summerfield will skate it up, send it toward the middle. Lambopoulos. Shot doesn't get through traffic, but eventually it trickles through. Picked up now by Claus. She's got room. She'll gain the line of center almost and send it in. It looked like it hit off the Montgomery player and redirected, and they call the icing anyway. Claus was about a stride short of the center line. It looked like when she sent it, it hit off of a skate of one of the players in Navy. 12 minutes now left, period 2 of a 1-1 game. Bandits and Montgomery Youth Hockey Association, their 16U AA. Offside is the call on that one. The music starts. Battled for into the top of the slot. Pyatt tries to walk it in, met by 3 Bandits and dumps it into the corner. Their team recovers it. They send it back for Pyatt. This time through a shooting lane. It was redirected, but Riley got the blocker on it. Redmond looking to send it forward. Hit Pyatt, got it out of the zone. And Venuto retreats back into her own end to pick it up. Lost it to Palmer, who gives it away to McNulty, who chips it off the boards, hoping that Folia can run into one. Pyatt off the boards. A hard ricochet goes to Camarada. Camarada's 1-on-3, tees it up, hit Pyatt with it. It redirected and went wide. She was shooting it for the right side. It redirected and went wide left. Camarada picks that one up. It's a 3-on-3 here. And Camarada heads to the bench. It's chipped out of the zone. Bandits get a little bit of a change. Not all of it. Sperling is going to try to power past Wendt. She will get by her, hit the brakes, get to the middle, shoot, right pad, save by Hansen. Scott jumps in at the point, sends it down low for Sperling. Diving onto the puck there was Pyatt, it looked like. Gets up gingerly. She kind of did a face dive, centering attempt. Doesn't connect. I think that was McSherry who was trying to send it for Otterbein, and Montgomery ices it. 10:08 left. Period number 2. 1-1 game. Bandits and Montgomery Youth Hockey Association, the 16U. You can see in the score bug on the top left, courtesy of Matt Claus, who has done incredible work getting the score bug up there as always, but also in this perch. And that one says icing, as will be the case. Getting up to this perch, it's just, you need an actual ladder to get up here. It's not fastened. You got to actually take the ladder off the wall. You got to put it up here, and then you got to climb up and bring your crap. Sperling shoots it into somebody's pad. McSherry got it taken away. Scott recovered it for a moment. Oh, nearly getting through. It was broked. Sperling picks it up, tees it up, and scores! Jesse Sperling finds the top left corner of the net. And with 9:38 left in period 2, the Bandits take a 2-1 lead. Hey, Jesse! Otterbein with the assist. So Sperling has found the net twice. 11-8 now, the shots in favor of Montgomery. So Sperling's hit the net twice for the Bandits. Amongst 8 shots off the draw. Rizzo gets slew-footed right there by Shulman. Bellin knocks it down. Redmond chips it forward. Rizzo is 1-on-1 there. Bellin gets to it, just out of picture. Venuto now looking, sends it toward Rizzo. A little too strong. Rizzo almost had that one picked. Claus, Bellin now. Here's Gutman. She's gotten through all 3 forwards and dumps it. Centering attempt fanned. Rizzo picked it off, sends it for Claus. He just shovels it out of the zone. Rizzo picks that one up, tries to chip it off the boards. Got it to herself once, but couldn't get through the second defender. This one pops out. Shot was blocked. Summerfield's offering by Redmond. Redmond blocks a pass now. Rizzo comes down low to pick it up. Looking for some room here. Has Bellin on her right. Keeps going. Gets a little hack there. Gets to center and dumps it in. So good change here by this crew as Camarada, Folia, and McNulty join. And that one's picked off. McNulty nearly got it down low to Camarada. And you could see right there, the importance of a good change, especially in the second period, can be vital. Nearly created a scoring chance because you had a good position of players ready to get moving. Here's Folia and Camarada. It's really a 3-on-2 as McNulty trails. Folia gets in, centers for Camarada, good play. Camarada got the stick on it, but just couldn't direct it into the net. That's how you want the play to set up. It didn't result in a goal, but a lot of times it will. McNulty just below us. Trying to get through traffic. Folia kicks it. McNulty there. I'm trying to give you a little better look of what's happening. It's a mad scramble. Randall is going to bring it in. Sends it to the point. Pyatt fires it at Riley, who just gets down and smothers it to stop play with 7:13 left in period number 2. 2-1 Bandits. A couple by Jesse Sperling against one by Chloe Brocht. Off the draw, Sperling jumps in to steal that one, and she's going to try to turn the corner on Wendt, who pushed her away. Sperling gets hooked there and draws a penalty. Bandits are going to go on the power play. The hook. So it is Sophie Pyatt with the hook. Throwing her hands up in the air saying, what did I do? What did I do? She stopped Sperling maybe from a hat trick is what she did. Probably not such a bad penalty in the grand scheme of things. Bandits with a power play now. Trying to establish some position here. Scott sends it down low. Sperling, McSherry, and Otterbein are up front. Kepler and Scott on defense. Chipped off the boards on the near side. McSherry picks it up. She's going to send it all the way across for Sperling. Sperling leaves it for Otterbein. Otterbein has to go do the dirty work here. 58 does it magnificently. Otterbein tries to center it. It got knocked away. Sent to the point. Scott knocked it down. Couldn't corral it. They had to recast here in their own end. Sent across. McSherry got a piece. Tries to get through. Sperling puts the pressure on. It comes to the point. It hits off Scott's skate. That's going to negate the icing, and Riley comes out to play it for Kepler. Sends it up for Scott, who tips it, and that's going to be an icing. So 36 seconds left on the Bandit power play. They established some position. They didn't really get any shots or scoring chances out of it just yet. And they'll have to go the length of the ice to do that with the defensive zone draw off the icing. This ice is spectacularly fast today. Off the draw, Bandits win it. McNulty now out with McSherry and Camarada up front, and Venuto and Redmond on defense. Comes to the neutral ice area. Venuto picks it up and is just going to try to take it all the way. Came at the point and out. Popped up, settled down by McNulty. Tried to get it off the boards to help Folia. McNulty gets it into the zone. Camarada is going to have to shovel it through. Nice almost spin move by Camarada. Sends it to Redmond. Doesn't know she has company behind her. Takes a shot. Had the right idea. Didn't get it on net. Move through neutral ice now. And the penalty is over. Chen gets it taken away for a moment by Folia. Folia had to send it into McSherry's area. Venuto's going to bring it in, tee it up, fired it wide. Venuto got a lot on it. Redmond comes all the way onto the right point to pick it up. Beat some of the forwards there who were changing. This one is going to be an icing. Bandits maybe with a little bit of a break there as it was going that puck right toward the area of Venuto. She kind of turned the wrong way, otherwise she might have been able to touch it. Negate the icing. Offensive zone draw, 4:19 left period 2. 2-1 Bandits on Breakfast with the Bandits. We're having iced coffee. I mean, we're just having iced everything up here. It is so cold. Off the draw, Rizzo wins it back to Scott, who sends it to Claus. Claus now down low. A little extra mustard there for Rizzo. Bellin pursues below the end line. Scott's going to pinch in from the point, and they are able to get it out. Goose lost it, regained it. Bellin came in. Goose tried to hit Bellin. She got the worst of it because Bella just stepped right in. Dump in is picked off by Scott, who sends it around for Kepler, waiting for Bellin to pick it up. Bellin tried to chip it off the wall to get Rizzo moving. Sent down. They're going to say no icing on that. And Claus is going to be the first one in pursuit. Let's see if she could force the turnover. Rizzo was up there, couldn't quite get it. Got the backhand on it. Claus, Rizzo, now picked up by Farmer, or Randall. Sent up the middle, looking to spring Rizzo. Claus had it, lost it, and just shepherded it out of the zone. Cox moves it forward. Sperling sends it up. Rizzo jumps off. Otterbein jumps on. Claus heads over to the bench. Here comes McSherry. Trying to get it through the middle. Otterbein knocked one down. Backhand shot by Cox. Riley got the save. 2:47 left in the second period. 2-1 Bandits. Farmer Got it knocked down by Otterbein on the way. Puck never made it. There's debris on the ice in the top left of the slot as that one comes to Riley, and she just knocks it down with the pad and covers it. Piece of debris on the ice there. Let's see if the referee is right by the piece of debris. And he's looking at the ceiling. I wonder if there's a piece of the ceiling that came down. Oh, it's a mouthpiece. And it's change it up. Folia with 2:29 remaining in a 2-1 game in the second period. Up front with Camerata and McNulty. Redmond on D with Venuto. McNulty chips it up the boards for Camerata. 3 to beat here. Got through 1. Took it away, sent it at the net, grabbed with the glove and held by Chloe Hansen. Off the draw, Camerata picks it up and they just give her all the room in the world. She fires it, but over the net. Venuto gets all the way to the point on the left side, keeps it in. It takes a funky bounce over there and Foley is able to pick it up. Centers for Camerata, got a stick on it, but couldn't get everything on it that she needed. Moved up the left wing. Went is gonna try to get through, bumped by Redmond, still with it, takes a shot. Venuto ate that one, but was in good position to do it. Kept the head up and used the pads. Venuto gets it out of the zone. MYHA was just barely onside, but they were based on hustle. Reversed by Venuto over to Redmond, chipped off the boards for Camerata. Camerata and McNulty are going to try to get into a foot race here, but Went was all the way back and she was 2 strides the better to start with. Picked off by Venuto, was not able to rush it right in because the Bandits had to get onside. And they regroup. Camerata gets by Pyatt, trying to get a little open room, surfing the waves up top. Got through 1, but 4 eventually converged upon her and forced the dump in. Camerata picks it up now on the near side wing. And looking for somebody in the middle with 55 seconds. Kepler gets it, just keeps walking to the net, shoots, hit the post! Kepler hit the post. They just kept giving her real estate. She kept taking it, and she fired it off the post. Boy, that would have been a nice one for the Bandits to grab. Sperling retreats into neutral ice to pick it up with now 30 seconds left in the second period. Bandits holding a 2-1 lead. They only have 8 shots according to the scoreboard. They've made good on 2 of them by Jesse Sperling, number 53, who's just below us, out of picture. Scott to the far side, McSherry. Sperling was screaming for it, and she would have just walked in. McSherry just never saw her, just didn't look up. Comes to the middle, 3 seconds. It's tied up in the boards on the near side, never gets out of there, and that expires the period. Bandits with just 8 shots through 2, 12-8 for Montgomery, but a 2-1 lead for the Bandits. Shoveling out some of the snow along the bench areas here. This not the kind of treatment that we expect at the youth level. More like what you see during breaks in NHL games. Yeah, he's got a shovel and shoveling some of that snow into the Montgomery bench. I guess there's really no place else to put it. Don't see that every day. Bandits have one more period to go in their sojourn to southeastern Pennsylvania, looking to walk out of here with a win after a loss and a tie on Saturday in some very competitive games. This one, also a very competitive game, but has a decidedly different feel here. It's not that there's been too many stoppages, it just doesn't feel like there's been that much rhythm in this game. It's been more of a grind for sure. And speaking of grinds, it's Breakfast with the Bandits. So clear out those coffee grinds, put in some fresh ones, and yeah, one more cup for period number 3. I could certainly use one. Lexi Riley defends the goal to your right, and on the left it's Chloe Hansen. Face off commences the 3rd period. McNulty breaks in, had Folia coming down the middle. Camarada also up front. Redmond and Venuto at the points. 3 lines and 2 defense pair for the Bandits today. Shot came in, and Chloe Hansen knocked that one down with the pad. Redmond kept it in. Folia tries to force the steal. Camarada gets it, sends it down low. It hit a skate, but will fortunately take a bounce for Folia into the the far side corner rather. McNulty battling. Folia jumps out. Tries to get it in front for Camarada. Gets it in front for Camarada, but Camarada had just moved out of the area for a moment. Centering feed, Folia got a piece of it. Covered quickly by Hansen. She was playing it a little fast and loose there. Almost brought that puck into the grasp of Camarada. Off the draw, McSherry sent down. It's not going to be an icing. Getting behind the D, Brock gets in, backhand shot. Riley saved it. She sort of lost it, sort of got the backhand on it, but Riley in the end needed to make the save. Otherwise, we'd be 2-2. This one is iced by the Bandits. Once you get to the 16U level, for the most part, there's really not much difference in as far as like the AA versions of the teams at 16 and 19. So that's why a 19 versus a 16 is quite different from, say, U8s playing against U10s. There's just not really much of a difference, but particularly on the girls' side of youth hockey. So it's good that these teams can get together and play so competitively with one another. The age designation means not too much. Cox gets in, and they're going to call a trip on Kepler. I think the Montgomery team wanted a penalty shot, but Kepler was to the side. Oh. Oh, so it is both players going to the box. As the referee said, Cox took Kepler's feet out. So 5 and 89 go off. Kepler for the Bandits, Cox for Montgomery. And with 15-13 left in the 3rd period, that means the first whistle after 13-13 will allow those players eligibility to leave the box. They can't do it otherwise. So no manpower disadvantage on the ice, but less players available on your bench. So when we say full strength, that's what we mean. There's nobody in the penalty box. When we say even strength, it means the teams have the same amount of skaters available to them on the ice at that time. 14:40 left, 3rd period. 2-1 Bandits. Breakfast with the Bandits. 5-on-5 hockey. Sent toward the point. Folia pursues Pyatt, banked off the boards on the far side. Coming back into the zone to pick it up are the Bandits. McNulty and Folia both missed on that one, but Redmond fixed it, at least for a moment. One change happens. Claus jumps out on one wing. Folia was trying to jump off the ice there. She'll get it to the center line, try to walk it in, still with it. Claus has it. Claus keeps it. Claus tries to get a shot off, but found the skates. Folia jumps off. Rizzo jumps on. Rizzo, like a bee, takes a beeline right at Went and knocks the puck away from her, and Venuto picks it up. One more to go. Camarada. When she gets to the bench, it'll be Bellin jumping on. Looking for some room is Venuto. Venuto's going to go in. She's 1-on-5. Takes a shot into the skates, but regains it. Claus in front looking for the redirect. Didn't get it. Scott at the point. Shot didn't get all the way through. Gutman was able to knock it away. Bellin just jumps on. Got a piece of something. That's going to be an icing, and the Bandits 11 offensive zone draw with 13:20 left in period number 3 and a 2-1 lead, courtesy of a couple of goals from Jesse Sperling. So, had the whistle been 7 seconds later, Kepler and Cox would have been eligible to return, but the next whistle almost certainly will allow them back into the game. Rizzo on the dot, Claus in the slot, Bellin on the far wing. At the right point, Mandy Scott. Between the points is Kira Redmond. Sent down. Scott's got a race to get it. Beats Lampopoulos there. Batted up but not out by Claus. Redmond takes a hit. Bellin gets creamed right there. No call. Took a shoulder right in front. They get in front and they score. Oh, the Bandits just got hosed on that one. Bellin took a check. I mean, she just got checked right to the head. She's down prone on the ice. Play continues and they score. Summerfield is the one who gets it. Ava Summerfield. I mean, Bellin just got absolutely creamed with a shoulder to the head, and they just ignored it. She was laying on the ice. And with the prone player down, it changes the score of the game. 2-2, under 13 minutes left. Kepler and Cox now eligible, and both are back on the ice. There's a shot that's knocked away. Shot by McSherry goes wide. Otterbein gets it down low. Moved up and out. They say no icing there. Riley will come out to play it. And she will send it behind the end line. Comes to McSherry on the near side wall. Cox picks it up, goes through McSherry's legs, but it goes right to Scott. Kepler and Sperling on the far side. Chip toward the middle, but Cox picks it up and tries to turn the corner on the outside. Can't get it through Kepler, and McSherry fires it, was looking for an icing, just sent it right to Healy. Big possession here by Montgomery. They've kept it in, just barely, but they do. Scott trying to move it. Now she's got some room, sends it up for Sperling. She's 1-on-2. 1-on-3, 1-on-4, takes a shot, gets right into the glove, but that's big because she forced the face-off in the offensive zone, and the Bandits will change, as will Montgomery. .11:37 left, period number 3, 2-2. Bandits and Montgomery. Redmond between the points, fires it. Oh, she had the goalie, just didn't seem to see it and went high. Came to the middle. Folia was trying to get a piece. Camarada, Redmond. Venuto soccers it back to herself. Had the soccer ball out in warm-ups earlier and is quite adept with it. Camarada gets that one. shoots it wide, and it's covered up off the carom by Chloe Hansen, the goaltender, number 33. Folia wins the face-off to Camerata, who sends it to Venuto, and now back for Camerata, but with a little too much mustard. Camerata follows the path of the puck, loses an edge, spins around, and Montgomery sends it out. Venuto retreats to get it in her own end. Will try to turn the corner, was looking for Folia. Puck battles ensue in neutral ice. Bandits are gonna keep battling. Camerata trying to get through, still trying to get through. Redmond with it, all neutral zone play. Rizzo out there, oh, she was calling for Kira. Looking for the puck, she would have been able to move it in. Rizzo leaves it for Camerata, back to Rizzo, the old Rockets line mates, united here for half a shift. And Venuto picks it up, fires it wide. Camerata trying to snuff it out the other side. McSherry also out there. Redmond tries to get it down low, but it hit off of the back of somebody. Venuto, in her own end, all the way across for Redmond. Redmond for Rizzo. Couldn't handle it. Sperling now out there with McSherry. Comes to the middle. Rizzo picked that one off, and the whistle stops play for a penalty. What are they going to call here? Looks like Redmond's going to the box. They call a body check on Redmond, and after 2 games on Saturday that had almost no penalties or changes of manpower, this one has been a penalty fest. They've just called it in a completely different manner. I was watching the play there. I didn't really see the body check, but they call Redmond for it. Big power play here for Montgomery. 9:40 left in the game. It's a 2-2 game. Chen put it in the middle. Shulman redirected it, but it didn't get on net. That was a good play. Shot comes to Riley, and she leaves no rebound because Taylor Shulman was at the back door and could have just tapped it in. Sherry will jump out for Camerata. Folia on the draw, wins it to Kepler. Trying to out-battle a couple there. Shulman was going to send it toward the net. It's chipped up. Folia got it out of the zone, didn't realize the puck was where it was. McSherry picks it up. We'll send it back for Folia. Folia just chips it ahead. No icing on that one as she took a little something off it with a changeup. Cox gets through one and another. McSherry retreats back to try to get another shot at her. Chen with it, spins, sends it blindly down low. Scott gets there first, gets it once, gets it again. McSherry's going to be there, has Folia. Folia gets hit by Chen. Pass interference kind of play. Folia is going to head off the ice for McNulty with 44 seconds left on the power play. And it's really needed to kill this one off if they want to walk out of here with a win. And maybe they get a little juice from the kill. Sometimes it can work that way. Hyatt going to try to set up the point. McNulty snuffed it out and just blew the play up. 24 seconds left. McNulty puts the pressure on. Oh, nearly had Wentz pocket picked. Gutman will walk it in. Hit the brakes. That's what they're doing. They send it to the point, but not with a connection. This is going to be close to expiring the penalty. They'll get it in. The penalty now is over. Redmond jumps off to the bench. Sperling jumps on. Sperling with a nice play to take it away from Went. Comes up the middle. Sperling kicks it to McSherry, who just gives it right back, but gets it right back. McSherry bunts it down. The backside ref says icing, but it is not icing. That puck is not even going to make it. McSherry put just the right amount. If she was a golfer, that would have been a nifty putt by Mia McSherry. 7:20 left. The Bandits have killed it off. With They end it in a tie in regulation. I think we'll play a 5-minute overtime. That's what we did yesterday when the Bandits played the U16 Junior Flyers. Here they play the U16 Montgomery Youth Hockey Association club. That one isn't icing, and the Bandits will go back into their own zone for a draw. Foldia will take it with Sperling and Camarada, Venuto and Redmond on defense. Sperling will move it out of the zone, 2-on-3. Get it in, has Camarada cutting down the middle, tries to get it to her, Camarada got tied up. They still have it in the zone with 6:38 left in a tie game. Centering feed does not connect. Camarada was looking for Sperling. Sperling's got both Bandit goals. It's a 2-2 game. And there's 6:24 left. Sperling gonna get onto this one. Shakes off one defender, gets through another. Here she goes for the hat trick, and she scores! Throw those hats on the ice. Jesse makes it 3-2 with 6:14 left in the game. Hey, Jesse, 3 for 53. So, the refrain that we've heard so many times this season, where Sperling finds the back of the net. It's been a little bit of a cool period for somebody as potent as Jessie, but she has emphatically put her name on this one. 6 minutes remaining. Bandits lead at 3-2. 3 for Sperling. That is a good way to win it sometimes, if you can hold on here. McNulty with Otterbein and McSherry up front. Chen has it, tries to get it through traffic. Riley makes the save, and on the back door just waiting was Kendall Hansen. If Riley doesn't glove that, it might not have been going on net, but Hansen was right there to just redirect it in. .540 remaining. Bandits now have regained the lead. 3-2. Sent in front. Riley gloves that one down. Another one looked like maybe it was going wide. Camarada and Foldia will jump on with Sperling. Off the draw. Comes down low, knocked away by Scott. It comes to the point. Healy sends it at the net. It was knocked down by Scott's hand. And Riley had to steer it away. Camarada has it. She's 1-on-2, but has Foldia as the trailer. Camarada hits the brakes, turns, shoots, and it's knocked into the netting with the blocker or part of the stick by Chloe Hansen. Offensive zone draw for the Bandits. Foldia now with Camarada and McNulty up front. 5:13 left. Bandits up 3-2. Move up. Grote is on the opposite side trying to get behind the D. Kendall Hansen dumps that one in. Camarada is going to be the first to get it though. Sends it hard around the boards, but Cox picks it up. Camarada gets there to shield her away. Foldia's there as well. Venuto and Redmond. Cox diving forward there. Was lucky she didn't get called for a trip. Kept the stick out of Camarada's skates, otherwise she would have been going off. Comes to the near side wall. Foldia sends it down low. Camarada looking to pick it up. If it came in front, McNulty was trying to get it there. Venuto picked that one off. can pick up what they're putting down. They're trying to get the left wing loose for a possible break behind the defense. Are the Montgomery team, the Devils, the New Jersey Devils, with a big win on Saturday night at MetLife Stadium, 6-3 over Kenny Sperling's Philadelphia Flyers. McSherry now with Sperling and Rizzo. Get it deep, no turnovers, says assistant coach Tim Kepler. Great benefit of being here is that we can overhear the coaches. Sent toward the middle, McSherry banks it off the boards. Rizzo knocked that away from Wentz. Sperling kept it in, and they just pound it back down low. Rizzo will put the pressure on. Sperling kept it at the wall for a moment. McSherry now got a piece. Venuto is going to get into the zone. The puck took a fortuitous bounce. Venuto has it, banks it off the wall for herself. Rizzo fights for position in the middle. Sperling was coming into the back door. Rizzo gets that one toward the point. McSherry tries to fire it, and now we'll send it deep on the urging of Coach Kim. Chipped up to the top between the points. Venuto takes a shot, kicked away by Hansen. Rizzo sends it down low for Sperling. This has been a big shift for this group here. They've kept the puck down low, and we're under suddenly 3 minutes here. Coming to the middle, Venuto takes it away. Venuto chips it off the boards for McSherry. Rizzo peels off. The fresh legs are McNulty. Here comes Maeve. You see her come into the picture. Let's see if she can get a steal here. She does! McNulty sends it right back below the end line. McNulty still in pursuit. McSherry still out there on the far side. Sperling picks it off. Sperling will try to walk it through. Gets down low. Backhand shot. Big save by Hansen with the left pad. Sperling had her eye on a fourth right there, and she got a good shot on it, and it was just a heck of a save by the goaltender. Continuation of this shift has been brilliant. They've been able to change defense pairs. Sperling, however, and McSherry are at the well end of their shift. McNulty, the freshest of the forward legs out there. Here comes Montgomery, but snuffed away, and McNulty just sends it over the bench. And that will stop play. They'll get a new crew out there. Folia, Camarada, Scott. They need one more. They need one more. They need one more. And McNulty will come back on. So she gets the least break. McNulty's free. Camarada chips it for her. It's knocked down with a high stick, but since McNulty was the next to touch it, then that negates the advantage. Bandits keep it in. There's under 100 seconds left now. Camarada has it. Deep, says Coach Tim. Camarada off the boards to herself. Shot. Blocker saved. Rizzo jumps on, and there's going to be a penalty on somebody, and I think it's on Montgomery for a slash. And Gutman with the slash will put the Bandits on the power play with 1:24 remaining. So now it's all about possession. Scoring would be great, but the Bandits now with a power play to try to finish things off. 3-2 lead. 75 seconds left. Down low with it. Folia. Sperling gets it out and fires it. It's a kick save. Folia has it. Folia looking to get it to the middle for McSherry. Cox picks it up. Sends it for the breakaway. Riley's going to come out and swat it away. Oh boy, she didn't get a lot on it. And there's a shot by Cox and a save by Riley. The goaltender has a horrible decision to make right there. It's either swat it away or try to cover it. And if you don't hit it so brilliantly, Riley got it away from the player breaking away. But Cox, trailing, picked it up and nearly found a shorthanded goal to tie it up. Timeout, Montgomery. Prolonging our freeze here by at least another minute. And just for the sake of that, well, for the sake of a lot of things, of being a homer for the Bandits, I want this not to go to overtime. My legs freeze up or tighten up too much more, then Matt Claus is going to have to do a fireman carry to get me down this ladder. We do have to say that Daisy Chen's mom, she might not want to be on camera, but she is. She was the only other one brave enough to come up here and try to provide some video or extra insight. So, good job. Had a nice little conversation before. Fellow hockey parent, part of the club. Bandits have a defensive zone draw, but they do have a power play. There's 55.3 seconds remaining in Breakfast with the Bandits. And then after this, they can head home back to parts New Jersey or in some cases New York. But still 55.3 seconds to manage. Folia on the draw, and it's a big one if she can win it. The net is empty, so it's 5-on-5. Chen with the shot, redirected in front, and Riley with the save. Centering feed, it's loose in front. And Montgomery, they say it's gonna ice, but that puck might die on its end, and it goes just over the line. So Montgomery, they have pulled the goaltender short-handed. So even if you hit the empty net, it's still a power play goal. Bandits on the draw win it. Folia trying to just stick a fork in the puck, but it's still too early for that. Camarada trying to chip it out. She'll break in, take a long shot at the empty net and miss it, and that's an icing. Camarada rethinking that one as soon as she did it. Hitting herself on the pads. If she had McNulty with her, or somebody with her, and you can either make the pass or just at least get to the center line. And 14 seconds left here for the Bandits to kill it off, kill off the power play, so to speak. Icing again, and it will cross the line. 5.1 seconds now. It's 5-on-5 hockey. And that's because Callie Gutman is just below me, literally right below me in the penalty box. And they have the goalie pulled. Off the draw, comes to the near side wall. Cox has it, gets almost tied up. They try to send it in front. It doesn't go in, and the Bandits win. They ground out this one. It was like good coffee, but at the bottom there were some coffee grinds in there. That's what this Breakfast with the Bandits was like today. It wasn't a pretty one, folks, but they come away with the 3-2 win. Final shots for Montgomery, 20. For the Bandits, 12. That might be a season low. Usually they get a few more than that. Teams shake hands at center ice. Hopefully all the bad feelings from some regrettable comments in the first period are now long forgotten, and everybody can have a safe trip home. That is going to do it for the weekend here at the wonderful facility, the John M. Cleveland Ice Rink at the Chester County Skating Club in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. For the incredibly awesome producer Matt Claus, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits girls hockey on Rizzo Vision.